Lewis Hamilton triumphs in a thrilling British Grand Prix to claim a record ninth victory at Silverstone and end a run of 56 races without a win. Hamilton held off a late charge from World Championship leader Max Verstappen to hang on for victory in his home race after the Red Bull driver had overtaken McLaren's Lando Norris in the closing stages after a chaotic rain-interrupted contest. The seven-time world champion, who hasn't won a race since the 2021 Saudi Arabian Grand Prix and now ensured his final season with Mercedes before joining Ferrari next year, will be marked with a win. The record-extending 104th Grand Prix victory of Hamilton's career saw him become the first F1 driver to win the same race 9 times, extending a previous record he had held with Michael Schumacher. He also extended a record run for podiums at the same race to 12. Since 2021, every day I've been getting up, fighting to train, to put my mind to the task and work as hard as I can with this amazing team, Hamilton said. This is my last race here at the British Grand Prix with this team. I wanted this win so much because I love them and appreciate them so much. All the years they put in these years, I'm forever grateful to everyone at Mercedes and all our partners and to all our incredible fans. I think you can see that by lap. There's no greater feeling to finish at the front here. Having started from second behind George Russell, Hamilton took the lead on lap 18 as his Mercedes teammate struggled as Ram began to fall. However, Hamilton found the conditions too difficult and only held the lead briefly before Norris and teammate Oscar Piastri came through to occupy the top two spots. Hamilton regained second when the intensifying rain forced the switch from slicks to intermediates around the midway point as McLaren cost Piastri time by not joining Mercedes and double stacking their cars in the pits. Verstappen, who struggled on the opening stint as he dropped back to fifth, was brought back into play by a smartly timed Red Bull pit stop as he climbed to third, with Russell suddenly retiring from fourth because of a tech issue. The rain then eased to leave a final key pit stop for the leaders to switch back to slick tyres, from which Hamilton undercut Norris from the lead as Mercedes brought him in a lap earlier than the McLaren. Both went for soft tyres, with the looming Verstappen was on a hard tyre, which would give him greater freedom to push in the final stages. Verstappen passed Norris with 4 full circuits of the 52 lap remaining, but Hamilton expertly managed to maintain his tyres and hold on to the victory relatively comfortably. The victory resulted in triumphant celebrations from British Grand Prix, while a tearful Hamilton exchanged emotional radio messages with Toto Wolff and Peter Bonington on the radio. The 39-year-old waved the Union flag out of his cockpit after taking the Checo flag and before being greeted by his parents immediately after exiting the car. While he was unable to deny Hamilton on this occasion, Verstappen's late surge and pass on Norris ensured that he further extended his World Championship lead over the Brit. A dominant start to the season that saw Verstappen win 4 of the first 5 races, now a distant memory, with the Dutchman having to settle for just 3 victories across the next 7. His 84-point lead over Norris at the halfway stage of the 24 season puts him in an extremely strong position to claim another driver's title, as was the case when he claimed a hard-fought victory in Canada and Spain in June. Verstappen needed all of his and Red Bull's excellence to ensure Norris didn't make ground. Despite having brought upgrades to Silverstone, the RB20 couldn't match the pace of either Mercedes or McLaren for much of the race, and it was only when Verstappen had the hard tyre of the final stint he was finally able to pressure his rivals. That wouldn't have been possible if it weren't for the timing of the switch to the Inters and the Red Bull decision to give him hard times for the final stint. In contrast to the short Norris, felt his and McLaren's strategic calls had cost him a chance of winning his home Grand Prix. Allowing Hamilton to pit earlier gave him an undercut, and Norris going long in his pit stops and crucially choosing soft tyres instead of the faster medium tyres as used by Piastri cost him a chance of winning his first race since Miami, and it's a failure that he acknowledged. I know it's a podium, but I'm just fed up of saying I should have done better, said Norris. I don't care if it takes time. I don't want to do it now. I'm just disappointed. It's a win in Formula 1, and I'm not going to settle for something less when it could have been more. Piastri came fourth to secure another strong haul of points for McLaren, with Sainz coming fifth and securing fastest lap. Hulkenberg and Craze improved his impressive form with 6 ahead of Lance Stroll, Fernando Alonso and Alex Albon and Tsunoda rounding out the points. Red Bull 71 points clear of Ferrari in the Constructors' Championship, but more pressingly, McLaren are only 7 points behind Ferrari now and look like they're going to be coming through soon with relative ease and could challenge Red Bull unless Perez sorts his form out. And before I go, let me run you through the classification from the British Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton coming up on top. What a story for him to end it there of all races. Unbelievable, and so happy for him. And what a drive too at the end. Verstappen in second. I think great job from him. Really limited the damage. Looked like he could have finished behind Sainz at one point. McLaren, frustrated because for me they were the fastest car. So I think we've said it so often recently. McLaren have had the fastest car, but just haven't really been able to deliver, whether that be drivers or strategy or whatever. But I think think McLaren needs to iron out those mistakes. They want to compete at the top level. Sainz did a good job, probably the maximum he could do today. Got the fastest lap, but yeah, Ferrari miles off it. Hulkenberg 6. Decent job from him. Yeah, really, really good. The way I think he's outperforming that car at the moment, bringing home points. Yeah, super impressive. And then you got Stroll and Alonso. Good points for Aston Martin, much needed too. Stroll doing really well at the moment, outperforming Alonso. Same can be said for Albon and Tsunoda. Did great jobs to bring home points, especially Albon and that Williams. Sargent as well, unlucky. He's been much more on the pace today. Probably too little too late. Magnussen will be disappointed. He's really got to be higher. You know, when you see where Hulkenberg's finishing. Ricciardo 13th, probably not what he needed with Tsunoda scoring amid rumours of Perez's future. Leclerc obviously had a nightmare race, taking that down, didn't work out, but yeah, in just general, he's been off it this weekend. Bottas, you know, did okay, beat Zhou, but yeah, that kick just basically a tractor. Same can be said for Ocon. Perez, an absolute disaster of a race. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot to say, but he's got to be coming under serious pressure now with teams closing in. It is making a massive difference. And you got, yeah, Russell, gutted for him. Didn't really have the best race up until that point, but, you know, still would have been on for good points his home race. And then Gasly, yeah, I'm just not sure why he even bothered taking part in this weekend. Didn't qualify, didn't race. Yeah, I feel sorry for him. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Follow us on our socials. Link in the description below for daily F1 news, meme, and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.